Hello everyone, welcome to Space Engineers. This is a game that I've had an interest in for a little bit. Before I get started, I want to have a little talk. So if you have no interest in what I'm saying, you can go ahead and skip ahead in the video. I'm sure it won't be too hard for you to find the beginning of the footage. But I want to talk about this game being open-ended and the problem that will present down the line. So, with open-ended games, there is no ending, obviously, because that's what the word means. The game will just go on forever. There is no end credits. There's none of that. So that means that somewhere down the line, when I decide not to play the game anymore, that is going to upset some people because there will always be more content. So just a warning ahead of time, just right now, I'm going to tell you there will come a point, whether it be 25, 30, 35 episodes down the line, I will eventually stop playing this game. So if you only have an interest in this game, and you just want to see it played forever, this is probably not the series for you. That being said, let's go ahead and start up a new game. Alright, so these are the settings that I have chosen to start with. I want to play on the asteroids map type. You pretty much start out with nothing. It's not nothing, you start out with a little ship that gets you started, but that's it. I'm also going to be doing ×3 for my inventory size because the realistic options are really slow, I could say. I mean, you could play for hours on end and hardly get anywhere, so I've gone with ×10 for the refinery speed and assembler efficiency, and ×3 for inventory size. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it, it doesn't really matter. On environment hostility, I'm going to go ahead and go with safe. I could do... No, let's do normal, actually. So that means that occasionally my ship will get hit by an asteroid. Honestly, I kind of wish there was a like a grace period so you didn't get hit immediately, because that would completely mess up everything. But let's see, 4 asteroids. To be honest, I kind of wish I could go with like 5 or 6. I think 7 is too big. I'm also not going to be doing cargo ships because I feel like that would make the game a little too easy. So, let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? Come on. Go ahead and load that up for me. Go ahead and load that up for me. Apparently they're quoting Indiana Jones there. That's good. That's good. It's always good to quote Indiana Jones. There's pretty much no circumstance in which that is a bad thing. The music got started, so there we go. Alright. So, 4 asteroids. Let's locate them before I do anything else. Looks like there's one up there, one right there, and one over there. They're all relatively round. Let's go ahead and just go for this one for the start. And if I don't like it, I can always go on to a different one. And we'll just see what this guy has. So on my ship, while we're floating over there, you just start out with some basic stuff. You have your cargo container, that's basically your inventory. Assembler to build things. Refinery to refine the ores that you collect. This nuclear reactor is required for power, med bay, and then gravity generator. And that is basically the bare minimum of what you need to survive. So one thing, this nuclear reactor gives us all the power. In it, you start out with, I guess, 0.2 iron ingots. If you run out of those, as far as I know, you're done. As far as I know, you have no way of getting more. Even if you mined more uranium. I think I said iron a minute ago. Even if you mined more uranium, whatever, words, I can speak languages, you can't refine it, so without the power, you need the power to refine it, so you'd pretty much be screwed there. Coming up on our asteroid here. Let's go ahead and see what we got. This thing looks pretty damn boring, to be honest. This is a pretty damn boring asteroid. I'm hoping there's some kind of... No, it's... Maybe... Okay, hold on. Around this other side. Usually, sometimes they have like tunnels and stuff going through them that have resources and whatnot. This thing looks really boring. We're gonna go to a different one. Let's see, where's another one? We got one right up here. Let's go to this guy. That one up there in the top left looks like it could be interesting. Yeah, so all these other ones you see in the background, you can't go to those. Those are just... That's skybox land. Go into skybox land, so you can't do anything there. Unfortunately, I kind of wish the game would allow you to go on forever. like Minecraft or something, where it just keeps loading in more asteroids. I think that would be cool. But this is fun too. I mean, the game's in early access. Alright, so I don't want to send my ship into that tunnel just yet. I want to see if there's anything of value in there, so let's go ahead and head on out there. There's a ton of nickel. Holy shit. All those red, this is all nickel. They have a good amount of nickel in here. Alright, we got some... We got a few other resources. Not as much. Can you slow down? Do I not have my... I did not have my dampeners on. That's why I kept hitting stuff. Alright, Alright, why don't I actually go ahead and get out my drill, which will tell me what resources I am passing. So we got some magnesium, we've got some iron, cobalt, silicone, good stuff. Do we have any gold? Do we have any? There's a ton of nickel. I think all of this red is nickel. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. It's telling me there's some iron in there. I think it may be both kind of mixed in together, to be honest. Alright, so let's go ahead and go down through here. Is this where I came from, this little hole? Let me see. That's where I came from. Okay. I gotta get my bearings. We got silver, so we got most of the essentials in here, I think. Let's go check down. We got some gold. Okay, this is a good place to start our game here. Up here, it looks like we've got some uranium, so we got a little bit of that. That's good. We're gonna need it. Have I gone down this way yet? I don't know. Is there anything on the outside, too? That's a good thing to check. A lot of the time, it's just stone. No, it just looks like stone. There's some resources, but not much. You gotta scout your area there. If you just try to wing it, you're gonna end up not having the resources you need. Yeah, so we got some stuff on the outside, not much. Alright, let's go back to our ship. By the way, this game is really disorienting. So if you're someone who has like motion sickness problems or something, you should probably be concerned about that. Also, I think I'm upside down. Is that the case? I am upside down. In relation to my ship. There's no upside down in space. But in relation to my ship, I am definitely upside down. Alright, so let's go ahead and squeeze on into this hole here. I don't want to get hit by asteroids. Or meteorites, whatever. Words. You know what I mean. Let's go ahead and lower ourselves so we don't... Oh yeah, and it auto-saves all the time, which is going to be laggy as hell and annoying. And stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and squeeze on in here. Now there's some uranium there. Let me go ahead and see if I can align with that. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to align myself with the uranium so it's right below me. And the reason why I want to do that is because gravity. There's gravity right below your ship and right around your ship, but the second you walk outside, bam, I'm now floating. So it makes it a lot easier to mine. And actually, I'll show you what I'm talking about. If I come over here outside of the gravity and I try to mine this. See that little rock there? It just went flying outside into nowhere, and I'd have to chase it down. But not if there's gravity. So I'm going to have to do this uranium first, because my ship needs to run on it. And look, the gravity is just pulling it right outside of Great, awesome. Well, let's chase after it anyway. I'll make a little dent in the ground that it'll fall into. Come here, you little bastard. I'm trying to get away. My strategy has failed me. Yeah, so I'll just make a little dent here. I'll just dig into the ground so it can't really escape. There we go. Now we got a little dent. So even when I mine in there, I will have no problems. So let's go ahead and stick this in our refinery. Which, by the way, there's a little refinery hole right in the bottom of the ship. I just noticed this the other day, actually. And yeah, you can just put your stuff right into there from the bottom of the ship. Before I had to go inside, but I guess you don't need to do that. Kind of weird, but whatever. Yeah, so we'll just dig around in here. You want to make sure you have plenty of this stuff off the bat. Because like I said earlier, you run out of power, that's game over, as far as I know. I don't think there's another way to get more power once you're out of power. You need that refinery. And it actually goes, as I open the wrong menu, it actually goes a really long way. So like I said, you started with 0.2. We already have 0.9. And that's just what's been refined. There's probably about 2.5 in there. I don't know what unit that is. I don't know what unit of measurement or volume or whatever that is. But you have 2. Okay, you have 2 of it to start. And that will last you a very long time. But you want to just go ahead and make sure you're well above the curve there. You want to stay ahead of the game. I'm going to collect all this. Alright. We're probably good on uranium. How much do we have so far? We have 1.8 refined so far. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go inside. Because I want to put some of that in my cargo container. So I'll put most of it in the... I'll just put it directly into the nuclear reactor. So that it just always has that going. But I want to put a small amount of it, 0.2 should be fine, in my cargo container. Because if I run out, I want to make sure that I always have a little bit. Even if I run out, I'll always have that little bit there. So I'll never be completely screwed as long as I have that. And we'll just grab a little bit of extra as long as we're here. I don't want to have to move my ship around every time I want to get a little bit more. Alright. Pick all this up. So I don't think I saw any platinum. I could be wrong. I may have seen platinum, but I don't remember seeing platinum. So something to be aware of is that there's always going to be more resources on other asteroids that I can go get. Alright, so let's go do some scouting again. Actually, you know what? Let's just grab some iron, because I'm going to need to start a new station. So I thought this was nickel. Is this not nickel? I thought that was nickel. Oh, let me chase after a bit here. Where'd it go? I totally lost that bit. Let's mine a little bit more. You're gonna have to chase after it a whole bunch. There it is. Oh, good. Fell in our gravity and then flew away. Good. Well, we'll chase after it. What are you? I believe you are nickel. That is iron. Interesting. So I thought iron was more red, but maybe it has more appearances than that. Maybe it can look like a couple things. Let's go and grab this uranium that tried to escape. Alright, so we'll just flip our ship upside down and use the same trick again. Actually, I should go inside a little bit more. Oh, don't autosave when you... Okay, so the game kind of screws you when it autosaves, I've noticed. There was one time where it autosaved and it just... I don't know if it slammed me into a wall or what, but I died. Just right as it autosaved. For no reason, I just died. Get a good view here and get out. Alright, and just grab some of this iron. And most of this I'm betting will go flying out at first until we make our little trench. Yeah, a lot of it tried to escape there. We'll go get this piece. This little jerk off piece needs to get back here. Alright. Grab all these. Yeah, so iron is like the main resource as far as I know in the game. Use it for pretty much everything, and you need a bunch of it too, and I'm stuck. There we go. I may have made the ship slightly too low. It's kind of hard to run under. That's what this trench is for. Go and make it a little bigger. So I can move around. Yeah, so I haven't made my base or anything yet. And to be honest, I could probably just pull my ship apart and get ahead really fast. But then that would make mining a lot more difficult, because then I wouldn't have a gravity field to use to my advantage. So let's go ahead and put the iron I have in there. Very nice. Alright. Yeah, that uranium is going to last a very long time, fortunately. And another thing is any resources I don't find, just let that piece go. I'm not going to chase after that. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Any resources I can't find will more than likely be inside, just deeper into the asteroid. If I just dug into one of these walls or something, I could probably find it. Or on another asteroid. It may be easier, depending on how hard it is to find. I'll grab this piece. Here we go. Alright. Did you run out of things to do? Yes, it did. Mine is very fast because I have it on the times 10 speed, which I think is actually too much, but I'd rather it be on the times 10 than on the times 3, because I've played it on realistic mode before, and believe me, it is super boring. You guys would not want to watch that. The amount of stuff I could do in one episode would take me 10 episodes in realistic mode. Literally, because it's times 10. That was terrible. Alright, very good, very good. Okay. So I gotta figure out what I'm getting first. What do I want? I want a platform. So let's actually go ahead and set it up so we can get a few steel plates. Right now what I'm doing in this production, which is actually in the assembly thing, which is up here. You can access it from, you can access the assembly from the refinery. So I'm turning the iron into steel plates, which I will then use to create a platform. And it will be a really lackluster platform here at the beginning. So let's go and start a new station. Now, one thing that's bugged me about this game is how you have to build this on a grid. So you see, there's no up or down in space. Like, I think we've established that. But if I wanted to rotate this block, I cannot do that. It has to be on the grid presented to me, which is kind of annoying to me, because if I wanted to do things a certain way, I wouldn't be able to do that. So anyway, this actually works out relatively well. I'll go ahead and just kind of put it in. I'll just put it right there. So there's the start to our new station. I think that'll actually work out pretty well. Yeah, it's a lot better than it sometimes is. So we'll go ahead and leave it like that. We'll put a few more blocks down. Hold on, let me just orient myself in a decent way here. We'll go ahead and put a few blocks down just so I can kind of see what I'm working with. If I can. There we go. Alright, we'll just call it good there. So there's my platform. That's the gravity will be pointing down once I get my gravity generator down in that direction. And all my stuff will rest on here. Right now it looks like crap because I haven't built it up. Building it up requires more iron, and right now I don't need that. I just want to know what I'm working with. That is all I need. Great, it auto-saved again. I wish it would do that less often. And actually, it's a good thing that it does it, because this game has this problem where it crashes very frequently. And I don't know... I mean, I know why it does it. So, if you accidentally tab out of the game, or hit the start button, or anything like that, it'll crash. Actually, you know what? Let's stay here. Let's get more iron. The game will crash if you accidentally minimize the game in any way. Which is easy to do because you need both the control button and the alt button to play this game. And the start button just happens to be right in between those. So you'll accidentally hit it occasionally, and it creates happy fun times for everyone when you have to reload your save file. So it's actually really good that it autosaves. It's just annoying. I'd rather them just fix the problem. Yeah, this iron is definitely going to come in handy. So I want to get my gravity generator first, I think. And then, and obviously my reactor too, because reactor and gravity, you need a reactor for a gravity generator. I want to get those two first, so that I can actually have a working platform with gravity. And actually, if I remember correctly, let me go ahead and grab that. Don't we have like gold right under our platform? Is it right over here? Yeah, it's right over here. And we've got something, yeah, right over here. So hopefully this is within my gravity field when I do this, and I can mine that really easily. That would be nice. That would be really nice. Silver. Oh, we do have some platinum right here. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, so let's see what it's going to take to build both a reactor and a gravity generator, if I can get into the hole. This is always a challenge. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Alright, so if I want to build a reactor and a gravity generator, I'm going to need some resources here. Where's the reactor? Hold on, let me find it. Let me find this reactor. Small reactor. So I'm going to need, wow, pretty much everything. I'm going to need cobalt, gold, nickel, silicon, actually gravel too, which is kind of interesting, and silver. So pretty much everything. I don't need magnesium, and I don't need platinum, and I'm sure there's at least something else I don't need. Cobalt and gold are next on the queue, so let's go ahead and see if we can find some of that. I know where the gold is. There was cobalt. There's cobalt right here, actually. So I should probably bring my ship over here. We'll see if we can tuck it in there real nice and have access to those resources without them flying all over the place. I'm telling you, the gravity generator on the ship will save you a lot of pain down the road if you use it to mine. Oh, we're hitting things. Hold on. I thought I had more room. Okay, that's fine. This is actually going to be a bit of a pain. Let's... Okay, go forward. Go sideways. Can we go down yet? No, let's... Alright, let's go sideways a little bit more. It's all about precision. Alright, let's actually go down now. Start to drift downward here. We just bumped into the ground again. I think that's probably good. Alright.